Draw Their Empire by Taylor W., Nana S., Sarah B., and Brady M. The Mughal Empire was a gunpowder empire established in India in 1526. This meant they had military success due to strong leadership and weapons. Goals of the emperors included the desire to increase power, strengthen leadership and government, earn loyalty over soldiers and commoners, and conquer many parts of India. Emperors lived by the divine right instead of Islamic law, meaning they believed in Allah, the Muslim god, gave them the right to rule. The rulers in red were significant to the future of the Mughal Empire. Babur ruled from 1526 to 1530 and was significant because he founded the empire and was a descendant of Genghis Khan. Humayun's son, Akbar, ruled from 1556 to 1605 and was named greatest of all rulers. Shah Jahan's son, Aurangzeb, who ruled from 1658 to 1707 and brought the empire to its greatest extent. However, religious and political intolerance led to his downfall, and Aurangzeb was the last great emperor. The reasons for the Mughal Empire's expansion was attempted by the first emperor, Babur, to regain his father's empire of Fergana. After this failed, he wanted to grow and bring more power to his newly created empire. When Akbar became emperor, his goal was to conquer all of India. This desire passed on to future emperors. Lastly, when strategical cities were lost, they attempted to regain them, which was key to gaining land that would reinforce the empire from neighboring rivals.
Sons inherited the throne. This sometimes led to anarchy because after the death of a leader, his sons would battle to the death for control over the empire. All marriages stayed within the royal family because males didn't want competition for the throne from people brought into the family through marriage. Princes married multiple relatives as well as Hindu princesses to gain respect from the Hindu kings they had defeated. The Mansab dairy system, introduced by Babur and popularized by Akbar, was an extremely complicated ranking system in the military where people were rewarded for exceptional service. This created order, peace, and revenue. All decisions on who would be rewarded and with what were made by the emperor, adding to his power over the empire.
The upper class lived a lavish lifestyle with everything they wanted. They usually were part of the royal family, or council, or advisory. The middle class lived a comfortable life, usually merchants, nobles, or farmers, and they often owned land and worked for the emperor. The lower class was comprised of slaves and other lower class workers. They owned no land, and they usually worked for the middle class or upper class. The Mughal Empire was largely trade-based, and the most important aspect of it was its textile industry. It was started by Akbar and provided textiles for half the world, including the east coast of Africa, Arabia, Egypt, Southeast Asia, and Europe. In fact, the Mughal textile industry was so powerful that Europe traded on Mughal terms, which was payment in gold and silver, because their desire for Mughal textiles was so great. In response to the successful industry, Akbar opened weaving factories, brought talented weavers from outside the empire, and raised craftsman status. Overall, this benefited the empire greatly. However, textiles were not the only part of the Mughal economy. Some imports included precious stones, raw silk, and various goods from China, and other exports included textiles, beads, salt, and turmeric. The Mughal Empire's main rivalries were the Safavid Empire, Ashfari dynasty, Uzbekistan, and the Rajput dynasties. The Safavid and Mughal Empire had conflict with each other from the 16th to 18th centuries, and during the constant battles during that time, they weakened each other massively. The Afsharid dynasty was the main factor for the fall of the Mughal Empire. In the Battle of Karnal on February 24, 1739, Nadir Shah, the Afsharid ruler at the time, and 100,000 soldiers battled against the Mughals, who had 200,000. In the end, the Afsharid army defeated the Mughal army, which allowed them to proceed to Delhi, the capital of the Mughal Empire, and dent their treasury. Muhammad Shah was held captive, which created chaos inside the empire. The Rajput dynasties. The Mughal Emperor Akbar gained control of the Rajput dynasty except from a war, which led to the princes accepting Mughal authority. But when Aurangzeb became emperor, his intolerance of the Rajputs turned against him and the empire weakened. Uzbekistan was a smaller rival, but they slowly picked away at the Mughal Empire. They pushed the Mughals out of Hindu Kush, a region that the Mughals previously fought for, with great determination, and gained control of the weaker points of the empire, such as the north. The Mughal-Safavid War from 1649 to 1653, Safavid captured the strategic city of Kandahar between the two empires, which the Mughals tried to regain control and failed. The Mughal Empire consolidated and spread Islam throughout South Asia, spread Muslim art and culture, obtained a delegated government respecting the people, created a new style of architecture, and mixed Persian and Arabic to form Urdu. Thanks for watching!